Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of Infinity Evolved Export Mode here on the FTOG server. Last time we set up the MOX reactor, and we also started with our UU matter production. And I just wanted to run by a few things here before we get going. And that is, number one, I did a collab for a little bit a couple of days ago with Brink. And I'm going to show you a few clips here very soon. And we were talking about everything, life, mods, Minecraft, and of course also everything about the export mode Infinity. And he actually came over because I told him I don't understand why I'm generating, 1056 EU a tick. This thing shows up in NEI with being max 512 and so on. And then he actually looked around for a bit. And then he's like, oh man, I totally forgot that we believe it's an expert mode change, that the mass fabricator just pulls as much power as you throw at it. So if I had 10,000 EU go in here, it would take 10,000. It would just be faster here, right? And I'm like, all right, well, that stinks. And I didn't want to change anything else until the recording today. So I put an HV transformer here. Input is there, output is there. And what that does is it will only let 512 EU through. Okay, so on this line right here, all I'm getting is 512, but the problem is I'm wasting energy now because I am generating 1056 plus the 135, but I'm only using 512 over here. The other machines over here never kick in, every few hours to just get more of these rods and these rods, and this guy, is always full. So I'm wasting energy because the reactors keep making energy. They don't care if you need it or not. So we're gonna have to change something here and also, make our UU faster. I've got now almost 17 buckets. It's been many days, guys. 17 buckets of UU matter, that is it. So we're definitely gonna have to crank this up over here, right? And one thing he told me, he recommended I add a crafter here to make scrap boxes. Now, there is apparently lots of discussions on all kinds of different places that you're using energy here, to make these. Why not just pump them in directly? Well, this energy doesn't matter. This is free energy. I'm getting this from hot dogs, from the beef Wellington, so I don't care that I'm wasting this energy to make the scrap boxes. But somebody did the math, and apparently it is 1.16% or so more efficient if you use a scrap box instead of 9 scraps it takes to make one of these scrap boxes. Well, that's worth it to me. 1.16% higher efficiency on this amplifier here is definitely worth it over, many, many days. That adds up. That might be half a bucket, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you only have 17, it is. So I wanted to say thanks to Brink for pointing this out. It's very simple. I just, instead of pumping it directly in here, I put the crafter in there. Before that, we had that storage drawer here with the scrap, which of course will suck dry very fast. So it's working nicely, and 3 overclockers on each one of them. I might add another one, but I think then I'm using too much power. So I might just add more recyclers now. But it's definitely a big difference here, you see, but we've only seen 1 scrap so far. They just generate so little. So I'm gonna need to up this a lot, but I don't want to change anything on the setup itself until we have our ME system, because I'd like to change all this over to an ME system, right? So, I want to make more power today. I want to separate this. All the reactor power that we're getting, I want to send directly here. And I already have a project chest over here that we're going to set up here very soon. And we're going to need lots of power here, right? So I want to take all the reactor power and throw it at this setup and also the other setup here that we're going to build. And I want to separate these out completely from the reactors. And I decided we're probably going to use solar panels. I'm going to make a solar panel. I already have a few made. I'm just going to put them together to make the next higher. Because this only kicks in every, 4 hours. Something like that, however long it takes the MOX to run out. And by the way, this is something I also told him. Check it out. It shows here 4 hours and 42 minutes remaining, right? But if I actually go over here and check the MOX rods, They're almost done. They're gonna be done in a little bit over an hour. So the display, and the same is for the uranium, by the way. This one I know for sure. When you put them in, it shows you 5 hours and 40 minutes or something. But when the timer outside hits, just right around 3 hours, they're actually gone. So this display out here, I don't know if the mod needs to be updated or something. The time remaining is not correct. Not at all. The rest is correct. The heat and how much energy you get. Just unfortunately not the time. But anyway, I don't need the left reactor anymore, guys. I was thinking about this today. It's like, why do I still burn this? You know, for a whopping 135 EU, why don't I just switch that over to MOX also? So I get then, you know, twice this here. So that would be 2,112 EU a tick instead of 1,056, which means this is faster. I get more UU matter. So that is what I want to do today. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Ah, that sucks. I'm actually going to teleport home, guys, because I slept there last, and so if I die, I come right here and I can pick up my gravestone. But I just wanted to show you guys, always make sure you get the right suit on when you handle radioactive material. Bye-bye. Hi guys, it's all done. I switched everything over. This guy is now running also on MOX fuel. And I set this one up identical like I did this one. I used these 2 rods, got it up to the temperature. Over here I use the next one up, the number, so 5402. This is 5401, and I actually renamed them. It doesn't show them down here. I don't know why. But this one is called the Reactor Left, and this is Reactor Right. And everything is running here. I decided not to show you guys the clips because I feel like we spent so much time in this room here for like 2 episodes now that it's time to get out of here and move on to doing something else. And everything you guys seen so far at least once. So over here I added the same setup and I renamed these 2 here. You can, you know, uncheck some of these things so it doesn't show anything. I really don't care about the max heat, melting temperature, and the time the cycle end is incorrect anyway. So I named this one right reactor, and this is the left reactor, and this is the left reactor and the right reactor. So they're both there. Everything is working great. And I decided not to go with solar panels. Reason being is that you guys see this is drawing a lot of power actually. These 2 here. I was very surprised how much power these drew. When this MFE back here was empty, it took a couple of many hours to fill because I'm only generating 80 EU a tick. But again, I decided not to go with the solar panel because I think that first one that I could make makes 16 RF a tick. So I would have to definitely go much higher, which is a lot of materials in autocrafting I want to set up before I get to solar power. And it's not reliable. So I just wanted to make sure we got enough, and I got all this free charcoal constantly coming in. I'm making so much charcoal I can never use it, I think. So behind here, you guys see I changed everything over to the copper wire because, well, there's no reason to run the glass fiber. It's a waste of materials, and I needed so much glass fiber over there, and to run the cable underneath here. Let me show you guys real quick. I changed it, and it was coming down here and then going up right there before, and now it's just coming down on this side, going into the wall, and then coming out underneath that MFSU that you saw. And, you know, I needed a lot more glass fiber, and I'm so low on diamonds, guys. I think I have like 10 diamonds left. That's it. It's crazy. But anyway, so now we're having full 2,000, what did I say? 2,112 EU a tick coming here. You guys see? I also doubled the recyclers. I was doing a lot of testing with that. And it's driving me bonkers. Because I had 6 of these with 3 overclocker upgrades, right? Then I made 6 more, and then every one of them only had 2 overclocker upgrades. And I felt like it was slower, the scrap coming in here. Just watch this. There's one, there's a few. It is still very, very slow. I want to get this to a point that I make more scrap boxes than this guy can use. But that is definitely not something that I think I want to do in this room. But anyways, it's gonna change everything in here once we have our ME system. I do want to change this up. It's becoming a little bit cluttered in here, and we also don't need the uranium anymore and those things, but it's working. We can finally get to making our ME system here next episode. We're finally at the point. So, and I also ran it over here, and that's where we're gonna set something up in a second. So now I got 12 of these with 3 overclockers each, plus this guy going at full speed. And I'm finally not losing power. And I timed this. With 2 overclockers, this was full constantly. And I think if I put 1 more overclocker in each, I'm actually going to lose power. But you see over here, it's pretty much hovering at exactly this. It goes down 1,000, up 1,000, down 1,000, up 1,000, but it never gets to 40 million. So we're making the best use of both of these reactors right now, in my opinion. So what are we going to do now? Now we're going to make use of the UU matter. You guys see the tank is gone. 47 millibuckets. And I decided I want to use ender tanks. Because later on, I don't think that I'm going to have it anywhere near the setup that we're doing right here with the scanner, the pattern storage, and the replicator. So I just wanted to set it up right away the way I want to have it. And I made 2 ender tanks. Purple, purple, purple. Right there. Ooh. Cool. This auto... Oh, I already had it set up. I totally forgot. I made another one. Oh, man. What was I thinking? I had the drum underneath. Of course. So anyway, it's putting into this ender tank. And let's set up these 3 machines here. Okay? We need a scanner. And then, I believe the pattern storage doesn't need power, but it goes next to it. And then we need a replicator. The pattern storage, right, was the one I needed, the 2 lasers. Was it that one? Pattern, yes. You guys remember that I made 2 of those mini episodes ago because I was thinking I'm going to use them for the quarries. But because I'm not going to do a quarry, I decided to use them here. So that was nice. I didn't have to make these. I had them. And the other, it was just, you know, lots of advanced, what are these called? Circuit... in here. Oh no, it was right there. A bunch of these advanced circuits, and it wasn't hard to make it all, okay? That's why I didn't do it on camera, and I actually had them now for a day and a half. But anyway, so, and the UU matter needs to go into this guy, all right? So what I was thinking doing is, using the other tank right here, and I was gonna use a liquid translocator. I haven't used them in a long time, instead of having a pipe here. Because I think that they have no internal storage. So if I ever want to move this, I'm not going to lose any liquid. So, whoops, my bad. I forgot one thing here. Yeah, we can do this. Let's get rid of this one more time. This tank actually goes here. And the drum goes there. And now we can set this guy to output. It will automatically put it into the drum. We're up to 22,106. And now we can put this. And now I believe, how do these work again? If I right click this, yes, there we go. Wherever it's indented, that's where it goes. Okay. And it should be filling this. Oh my god, that is a big internal storage. 16 buckets. Yay. All right, cool. So stop. The power is not full on this or this, because the thing is I have the lever here, so if I feel like this is not getting enough power, I can turn this machine off and it should be enough power. We're not going to automate anything here yet, but what does this do here? We can make things out of UU matter. That's the whole reason. So for example, and I haven't used this in a long time here, I think we're putting this in here right there. Cool. And now it's using power to scan this item. Whatever, it figures out the molecular structure or whatever. This is keeping up. How are we doing over here? This doesn't even make a dent. Wow, I'm impressed. This guy's still going, right? Yeah, we should. I mean, this is the first in line. There's no way that this is not going. So, is this amount charged here? It's finally full. Okay. So, once this guy is done, I'm going to wait this out real quick. Alright, that's finished, and it says that to make one of them, it's gonna cost 120 millibuckets of UU matter. So that is nice that it is so little. Now the thing is that I need to get this into this pattern storage. And I think that I need to, I made 3 of these because I want to scan 3 items. Put it on this crystal memory here, which is made with silicon dioxide and this obsidian and this stuff. In case you're wondering, you need to put clay dust in a thermal centrifuge, 4 per 1, and the clay dust you get by putting a clay block into a macerator. Oh, not usage recipe, right here. That's how you make that. You actually get 2. So, and then you need to cook that disk, in case you didn't know that. Let's click on save. All right, cool. So item, iridium ore. And now we can put this in here. Now, import from crystal, export to crystal, import from crystal. Oh, I can reuse this one. Interesting. Well, I got 3 now, so I'm gonna keep this for now. In case I ever want to move the setup, which I will. I do want to move the setup eventually. But I was thinking that maybe with the Java barrel dolly that we can pick them up and it keeps everything. But anyway, and then there's 2 more things I actually... Oh, hold on 1 second. I need to make one of these now. So it's in here. And right there. Now, if I had multiple patterns, I can go through this, right? And it's showing me again 120 millibuckets EU. 0. All right, and then repeat run. I don't want this. I just want a single run. One time I want to make one. Let's see here. It's sucking up the UU. 120 millibuckets. Wow, that takes a long time. And then I wonder how long the EU is going to take. Okay, it's coming to an end with the UU. Oh, it's done. Okay, so they didn't take any U at all. And now we got a new iridium ore. So now we can make this to get the rest of what we need. But the other thing is what I wanted to try is, and I'm gonna scan. I needed this one here real quick. I forgot now. How do I build this? Was it this? Oh, I need 3 iridium ore. Let me see if I have. Yes, I got a few more. Let me request 2. I think it goes like that. No. Okay, 1 second. Where is it? Oh, I'm a knucklehead. My bad. This was not iridium ore. I needed plutonium to make that RDP pellet. I got my suit on, so 1, 2, 3. Because I wanted to see if we can also scan that right here. Okay, what am I missing? Is it this one? Let's see here. RTG, the thing right here. Okay. Of course, I did it the wrong way. Here we go. A pellet of RTG fuel, because this is the one that we need to make iridium ore in an assembly table. And also we need it for, well, this monster recipe, and then for the yellorium, and a couple of other recipes overall. And I wanted to scan this one and this one. This Irridium Reinforced plate is made like this. You need 4, a diamond, and 4 advanced alloy. I just wanted to play around with this. It would, suck if we lose it. But I'm gonna go ahead and scan these 2 now. I can click this one in, it works. And this one, and by the time this is done, I'll show you. It sure works, guys. Check it out. We got the iridium ore. Actually, can I show you in here? Yes. Maybe? Yes, there we go. The reinforced plate costs 544 millibuckets, and that RTG fuel 933 millibuckets. And this is the one I'm really after, okay? To refresh your memory, because I had to look up again, we got these 2 already done, but we still needed these 2 to make our Certus quartz wrench. We got all this sonarium. That is all no problem. We got all of this done, ready. But we needed these 8 per. So we need 16 of these. And every one of them costs 4 iridium. Well, my other problem is this. Also, I told you guys that I'm low on diamonds. I don't have enough to make this, so I'm actually going to make the Irridium Reinforced plate itself, and I'm gonna need 16. Now, I have 16 millibuckets in here, and this costs 544. So I'm gonna try to keep my eye on it. What I'm gonna set this now to is repeat run. Right there. So it's gonna make one, put it here, and then make another one, and so on. And then hopefully in probably close to an hour or something, this is gonna be done, and then I can shut it off, because I don't want to make any more than I need right now, because UU matter is still very precious, right? So this is finally going, guys. We're gonna switch over. I'm super happy. It took a couple episodes, many hours, but we're finally getting to what we needed to make the ME system, to make that Certus quartz wrench. So now it is time to switch the subject and go play with bees, because I had this ready for quite some time now. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I want to set up the production, or I want to set up the bees to get them going today. And then next episode, we can finally use that ME system when we make it and set up our new storage facilities, because we're going to need those in order to store all that stuff here soon that we're going to get to. And I prepared this area over here. That is it. This area right here, it might expand. Okay, for right now, I have 25 industrial apiaries here. So it's possible that it's going to expand, but this is our resource production. This is where we're going to get everything from. Iron up to nether quartz, glowstone, diamonds, you name it. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Everything is going to come from here. And underneath, it looks like this. And it's very simple to set up. I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Every industrial apiary that I have up here is currently the same. Okay? By default, they're like this. And for now, I just set them to disabled. So once I put my bees in here, it's not just going to start by itself, because we might be low on power. And I put in one automation upgrade. In case you forgot, this is when the queen dies, the princess in the drone comes over here, and it will automatically put it back in here. So we never need to pump bees back into it. It keeps it all internally. And I gave every one of them 8 production upgrades. Yeah, that was... Guys, I spent the entire day yesterday, I think I waited at least 3 hours just for bronze gears. Because I needed all of those, and then every one of these here needs a bronze gear, and also the industrial apiaries need 4 bronze gears. So it was just bronze all day yesterday. It was crazy. And every one of them is set up the same when it comes to the output. I just extract, always active. And the power I'm handling, I wanted it to look nice, so I couldn't use the energy pipes, but I'm still using the transfer node, and it just connects right here and supplies all of these with power. It's super simple. Right now, there is no ender chest or anything that we're pumping into, because we don't have anywhere of handling it yet, right? So up here, you guys see this really cool wood. I wanted to run this by you real quick. I've been looking at them for a long time to make them, and I finally went into single player and figured out how this works. It wasn't that straightforward, because the problem is, let me show you here, extra trees. There's so many of these machines. There we are. You got a lumber mill, a woodworker, a panel worker, a fruit press, a brewery, distiller, glass worker, tile worker. So I didn't know, do I need the tile worker? Do I need the panel worker? Do I need the woodworker? I couldn't figure this out. So I just made everything in a creative world and played around with it, and it is the woodworker. Okay? How this works is actually quite simple. You need 2 types of wood up here, whatever you want, planks. And I chose balsa and dark oak because I think they look nicely together. And then over here, you can choose all these different shapes, and it shows it to you. I mean, this is really cool, isn't it? And it makes you those. Now, the only other thing is that you need wood polish to put 1 and 1 together with one of these, and you get 2 of those. Okay? And the wood polish you get from putting beeswax in a carpenter with turpentine. Okay? And turpentine comes from a still. And all you need to do is pump resin into the still. You see there's still a little bit in here. And nothing else. It's just you put resin in here and then it makes you turpentine. And the resin we get from putting wood. I put spruce logs in here. And it squeezes it and you get some resin and you also get this wood pulp as a byproduct. What is this actually used for? Oh, for different soils. Okay, anything else? Get water? No, thank you. Alright, that seems to be it. So, that is how you make these. I just wanted to show you real quick. And then you also need to make yourself one of these guys here. This carpentry hammer. And I'll show you why. Let's break out. Should it break anything? Alright, there we go. Because when you place it, it goes into a set direction. Always, you know, this corner was right, the other three were wrong. But you can simply take the carpenter's hammer, and when you right-click it, it keeps turning it. So the same for the corners out here, and so on. So you need to make that. And that's it. I just wanted to show you guys this real quick, because I thought it was really cool, and we might be making more use of this type here. There's also something with tiles that's like made out of stone. I gotta figure that out. And then even glasses. You can even make, you know, patterns like this with glass, which I think is awesome. All right, so we got all this set up because this is everything that we're going to start producing. It took me a long time to figure out what bees I want to make and so on, and then to breed them all. I did run out of princesses at one point because, you know, every time you put something into, what's this machine called again? Not this one right here. If I put in a princess with a template. This is, by the way, my my production template, and this is a breeding template. And the big difference between those two is that this one has fertility 4 and flowers, and lifespan shortest. I use this flower. This is the one that I kept making drones, so I can throw these drones into here. And you know, I got you can't really see how many because it doesn't move, but I got hundreds of all these different gene samples, okay, that I took from the drones. And so you put a princess in here with, let's say I wanted a ancient one. You know, I took an empty blanket, made a copy of the gene in here in this machine, so I don't lose it. So I made a copy, so I had 2, put one back in here, took the other one and put it onto another gene template just with the species. Okay, now made that, and then I could put them together in here, make the new princess I wanted, and then I always use this template, the fertility template I'm gonna call it, threw them in here, got me as many drones as I could, so I don't ever need to make that bee again. After a while, it was actually quite easy because a lot of the bees always need the same bees, you know. Let me give you an example here real quick. Let's go and pick a random one. Let's get, not the ocean one. Let's go with the plutonium here, okay? When you look at recipe for this, it takes a yellorium and a cyanide. Okay, that was a bad example. But this one takes a nuclear and a frugal. A lot of them needed frugal. Let's go with a lapis right here. You see, resilient and an imperial. I've used these so many times. There's just different combinations of them, okay? So it after a while, once you got over the initial hump to get the genes, it was actually not hard. Then it was all about finding out what bees I wanted. And then, of course, when you have the bee you wanted finally, I then injected both a princess and a drone with this template. And if you want to know what's on the template here, just take a screenshot or pause the video real quick, and that's what I'm going with here. And that's the best one I could come up with. I think it's going to be really good. What this all means, the cave dwelling, they can be underground. They don't care about sky access. Lifespan elongated. I wanted them to be alive as long as possible. I don't think the lifespan really makes a difference in the production bees, because as soon as they're dead, they're going to be put back together. So you save a few seconds or something. Fertility 1 was important to me. I don't ever want more than just one drone again. So there's no reason for me to get drones from these, right? I need one princess and one drone, make me a new queen, done. Tolerant flyer, so it works in the rain. They all got humidity and temperature tolerance, both 1. I thought that was good in case some of them are going to work. Some of the ones I might need to put a heating upgrade or cooling upgrade. We'll see in a minute. And of course, ignores day, night, true. Yeah, that's it. Nothing fancy. And the other, of course, wait a second. Where is it? The power speed, speed faster. That's the one. There's a fastest, but there's no bee that I can get it from. I think there's one magic bee that is fastest, but I did not want to delve into that. What that means is how fast are they producing honeycombs, and faster is the second highest. So they're producing really good. Those are all the ones that I used out here, or all the uranium, the nuclear combs, right? So anyways, that is how I got all these bees. Ooh, I got 60 seconds. And what I'm going to do now, as soon as the server's back up, I'm going to take all these bees. I think I have more than 25. And I'm going to put them into the different industrial apiaries, and then put the item to mark what is in that one up here. That kind of, I was thinking of doing it like this. And then when they're all in here, we'll take a look at which one we're actually going to use. Alright, I had to expand on both sides, so I added 10 more. We have 3 left over right now. These 3 right here. And these down here, the last row, I don't have anything to put next to it to indicate what they have. For example, here the farmed one is going to make us the CD comb, wheat comb. Wait a second. Not too. Yeah, this one makes us seed oil. Because I figured if I ever need seed oil again, I might as well get it from a bee instead of having to use trees, even though we could if we ever need more. The River Princess is going to make us clay, which is awesome. The cyanide makes us cyanide. I don't have anything next to it. The plutonium makes us plutonium. Don't have any yet. And the elastic one is going to make us amber and latex. Amber makes us sticky resin, and the latex makes us actual rubber. So that's going to be really cool. I don't need to worry about rubber anymore. I'm going to get it from bees when I get to turning them all on, guys. That's the biggest problem. I'll explain to you in a second. Oily and petroleum, so that's oil and fuel. And this one over here, the last one is fruity, which makes us fruit juice. Again, I might need it for something later on in forestry, but we'll see. These are all the bees that I said. There's many more I can make, okay? I'd like to add 16 more eventually, but I just don't have the nerve of doing it right now. And that is for all the different dyes. You can also get all the dyes from the bees, so I think it'd be great if we add those too. Now, problem being is, when you check this one here, we need 94.6 RF a tick. Every one of these, if we turn them on. I do not produce enough. With 25, so I added 10 more. Let me open my super calculator here. Let's just go with 95 times 35. This would cost, oh, actually I do make enough. 3,325 RF a tick. Oops. To run all of these. And I think I generate, let me see here, 60.5 for the beef Wellington times 8 times 8. I'm generating 3872. So I have 600 I have to spare. So I could turn all of them on. Might actually do that. Besides these 3 actually. So there are 3 less. So now there's one exception here right now that is not going to work. And that is the glowing one. That makes us the glowstone. Because if you check here, it says temperature hellish. It needs a hellish biome. Every other bee, well, of course I opened the one that doesn't have any. All the other ones here, it just needs hot. So I think it goes, I need to have 1 heating upgrade in this one. Let me get that right now. Because with the temperature tolerance, both 1 means it can go to warm, but I actually need a hot. Let me just take them all with me. Okay, let's do this again. Let's just put the upgrades in the way we need them. So this one is going to need a hellish one. And it also says temperature hellish. So I just need to make this hellish. I don't know if I think when it comes to humidity, there's only 1 up or 1 down. I don't think there's more. It's arid, normal, and damp, I believe. So the humidity, we should never have to worry because all our bees are both 1. And then this one was the one that said hot. So actually, let's just try this out. This is going to make us nicer. If I turn this one on now, always on. It's going to make us a queen. And then it will show us up here if it allows us to let it go. It says too cold. All right, so let's put one temperature upgrade in here and bam, done. Like I said, because with the both one, it will up us to warm. And so I only need one to make it so it is now hellish. I should say hot. And this one here, let's turn it on and see if it works. Glowstone is going to be nice. The niter is not really that important, but we'll need a lot when we get to big reactors. And this one works because we gave it the hellish upgrade. Now, effect none. You can see that, but it was on my template. So none of the bees will hurt us, no matter what they are. If they're radioactive, if they're whatever funny effects they have, okay? So I'd say we're actually going to go now and turn them all on. And then simply check. I should probably do this slow and just double check every one of them, guys. If I get any one of them that tells me there's an issue. So let me turn them all on. And if I find anyone that are special that I need to add another upgrade, I'll let you know. So only 2 needed an upgrade, and that was the Electrum one. Needed a heater upgrade, and also the Invar one. Those 2. Everything else did not need any extra upgrades. And you guys can see, we're already... It's nuts. We're already... where was it? These were the last ones. And let's go to the diamond. I only got 2 rocket combs. These guys have a very low chance of giving us the comb we want. Let's see if we already have... Where is... It's right here. The netherwood, the one that I set up over in Brinks, is already spooned them out. And you see, we are losing power. Okay. Already got endearing. That's for Enderium. Check it out. Usage, we get an endearing drop, 22% chance to get it. And then we use that one in the magma crucible, or... Yeah, only in the magma crucible. And then we have the mysterious comb, which gives us a pulsating propolis. And that gives us... nothing? Okay, that's not a lot. Wait a second, I thought that... endearing... So if I... get magic wax and endearing, and then resonating ender. So I can only use this to... That's fine. That's what we make ender with. So it's gonna take a long time to figure out everything that's good for us. Rocky. There, we got some tin. We got some copper. The things that I'm actually voiding already in the base because my oreberry farm. We got nickel. How much shiny? None yet. And so on, but they've just been running for a couple minutes, like 2-3 minutes. Anyway, we got to set up the processing down here, which is temporary, guys. All of this is temporary here in the basement, because I do want to set this up in our factory, of course, right? But for now, I just want to get my hands on all the materials that it's going to make us. And I wanted to check over here how we're doing on power, because what I'm thinking is that I'm not sending enough. That's exactly it. You guys remember there is that thing down here, this one. And I need more of these upgrades. And that is why it's slow currently. But I'll figure that out. I don't want to spend any time on this right now because, well, episode is long already. Oops. Wrong one. Getting turned around here. We're going back to the bees. And we're going in the basement. And all we're going to do is set up a very basic processing system that should be able to keep up with it. And we're going to put that right here. So what I'm going to put here is a modular storage for now. Don't forget that we have these 2 ender chests. I'm just going to put them over here so I don't forget about them. These are going to handle our input from here and our output wherever we're going to set up the processing. We put the 1300 in here. I got to break it again. Place it. And we're going to set this to insert. And bam, this is everything that we just produced already. So that's not bad. Look at the bronze nuggets. It's awesome. Aluminum. This is already a lot of stuff. There's coal. This is going to be crazy, guys. I'm super excited. And now my other thinking is I'm going to put a centrifuge right here. I just want to use the power. So, oh, perfect. I'm going to disconnect, or actually, yes, I am going to keep this on extract. Perfect. We'll leave it on extract on the top. Because what I want to do here is we're going to put one right here, set this to insert, and set this to auto extract. And now it will start pulling out combs and start centrifuging them. Now you guys see this is a little bit slow. It probably won't be able to keep up with this. I don't think so. One is not going to be enough. But what we can do is here with the soldering iron, okay? It's very simple to make. Recipe just like that. Bronze and 3 iron in the carpenter. You open this, and what we're going to do up here is change this to machine upgrades, because forestry machines you can now upgrade. And I'm going to put an intricate circuit board, and I'm going to put 4 blazing electrums here. And instantly it makes it. Now check it out. Increased speed 25%, increased power use by 10%. So that is twice as fast now, 100% speed increase. We can only put 1, and we'll put that in there. And I guess I need to set the extract. I can't believe I'm getting weak. Yeah. So it's going to pump combs in here. You guys see this is a lot faster now. But it doesn't have any power. Okay, can we... Do I have another one? Let me see here real quick. Hello? What's going on? Oh, because I had this set. My bad. Yes, I do have another one. Perfect. So what I'm going to do here to make sure that this can keep working, I'm going to disconnect the power up here. Disabled, so it's not getting any more power. And it's a little bit hacked right now, I know, guys, but I just want to get it done and put this in here. So now this is going to have enough power so it can keep going. Let's see here. This is still very slow, but there's no faster one I can make for this. Too bad. And that is it. I'm going to let this run until next time. Hopefully it's going to fill, and then it's going to stuff everything up here. I want materials like there's no tomorrow. Because if the combs get backed up and stuff, it doesn't matter. See, like the rocky combs, I don't even want to process those. Because, well, guess what we're getting out of that? Nothing. So maybe I should use a filter here. Let me see if I have another filter. Yes, I do. So let's get this filter. And we're gonna get one of these. Is there anything else? I don't want to process these either. I don't. Let me look here real quick. Amber, Baron. I think the Baron one is also something that doesn't just makes this. Okay, so let's get this one also. We want brimstone, carbon, Certus, clay, copper, damp. I think damp makes us water. The watery propolis, which gives us water. So I don't want to process this either. Diamond. Ooh, yeah, baby. Energetic, fruity, glowing. Gold, honey. What just moved up here? Doesn't matter. Latex, leaden. Mellow, I think, is another one that just makes us... Oh, that makes us Certus quartz. So I do want this one. Hey, stop it. Mysterious, what do you give us? Pulsating, which is just that stuff. So I don't think I want to process this one either for now. Nickel, oily, petroleum. Definitely the rocky. CD. I'll process those. Silky, tin, and unstable. Cool. So let's set up a filter here. So insert... Oh, I gotta take the filter out. Right there. You in here and say blacklist. You. Perfect. 5, and I needed 5. Good. So now it should not pull these out and stop processing this. Thank you. And we'll put this back up in here. And I think in order to... How many stacks do we have? 42 already. This is going to fill up fast, guys. I'm not kidding. I might set up... Let's see here real quick. Do I have any... Well, I keep opening the wrong thing. I apologize. Let's get... Alright, I saved us some time and just set these up here. with the same filter, with the same ones that are in this filter. So it doesn't go in here. And now I'm going to put a storage controller right there and set this to insert. And now it should start. Yeah, it's already filling these in. So that way it leaves us room in here because it pulls out. You see the honey, the Baron should come here. I did set up the Baron right there. Yeah, it should work. Maybe it's just taking a second. Still working on the damp and this one. Why is it not pulling out the Baron? Your problem. It's pulling out the Rockies. No, it doesn't pull out the Rockies. There we go. I just saw it go down. And the Baron is going down too. At the Rocky, I mean. So, you know, just to save space in this box, I kind of want to only have the good stuff in here. And hopefully it can keep up. How's it doing in here? It's working on the mellow, which makes us possibly Certus quartz and nether quartz. There we go. You saw it. Awesome. And now it's working on the nickel and so on. Well, guys, I thought it was a really exciting episode today. We finally got to replicate some stuff with our UU matter. Last time we got tons of power. We're ready. We're really ready now. We are getting our materials. So the next step is now to move all this over into the factory and properly handle it. Because, you know, I also want this stuff to be assembled. I don't just want to have aluminum nuggets, bronze. What's this? Carbon drop. What do I do with you? Magma crucible. Liquefacted coal. What do I do with this? Can I solidify this? I have no idea. Oh, that's going to be interesting. But we're also getting coal. Anyways, guys, I don't want to waste any more time. Hope you enjoyed the episode and looking forward to next time when we start setting up our new base, the new storage. I'm going to have to build an entire building for that. I'm probably going to do that on live stream, either tonight or tomorrow. And, well, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.